All right, step one, you gotta get a player's card. Video poker is the best game at the casino to leave breaking even. The only way you can win is if you put this little card in here. And get all those wonderful comps, free hotel rooms, free play. I turned $75 free play into $275 today. Doesn't always happen, but it's a great way to start my day. I like the concert tickets. That's my favorite comp. I got $20 in free food today. Get that player's card, step number one. Step number two is you got to pick your game. Go to a Game King machine here and go to poker, and they got lots of different options. If you want to really break even, jacks or better is your best option here. And so we'll start out with that, and then we'll go to the most volatile game, which is something like triple double or triple triple. All right, step three is picking your denomination. I like to play with $80. You cannot come to the casino with 80 bucks and play dollar, jacks or better. You will get wiped out. So just do a little multiplier. If you got 80 bucks, you're playing quarters with me. If you got 160, you can play 50-cent denom. If you got 300 bucks, go ahead and give dollars a shot. Now, what you got to do is hit this bet up button. Now look at the jump between 1,000 and 4,000. It's a huge jump, right? So it's very important that you play max bet or 5 credits. And so as soon as I got to that 5th credit, it started playing. Now, the reason why I hit the bet up button is because some casinos max bet will be 40 coins, 50 coins, and so you don't want to overbet, but you still want to play at least 5 bets to get your bonus on your royal flush. That's very important. So once I know the max bet's only 5 coin, I can hit max bet and then hit draw deal every time. So we're playing jacks or better, so of course we're holding our jack, but we have 3 cards to a straight flush. A straight flush is 5 cards in a row of the same suit, so those are all diamonds, so we're gonna hold those. And we got a pair of jacks. That gives me my money back, basically. The reason why you play jacks or better is because it pays on 2 of a kind. The only games that pay on 2 of a kind are going to be jacks or better and bonus poker. This is a little different version of bonus poker. Normally bonus poker is going to give you some higher payouts if you get aces or things like that. But you play jacks or better and bonus poker exactly the same. So here I'm not going to hold the jack because I got 3 of a kind. I'm going to hold that over my jack. Here I got a pair of kings, and jacks are better. You're always going to hold your pairs. We are playing bonus poker, but like I said, those 2 games are played exactly the same. Now here's a tricky hand because you got 2 to a royal flush. A royal flush is 10 through ace of the same suit. You got 3 to a straight flush, or you got what's called an inside straight. An inside straight is when only 1 card could make the straight. That would be a 10. All right, but here, this is what you're gonna hold. Now the reason being is you have 4 different cards here you can get to make a paying pair, jacks or better. These are what's called face cards because they have faces on their cards. And we also include an ace because that's a high card as well. it's above a jack or better. So we'll include that in the face cards. All right, so another thing you're gonna have to remember when you come to the casino is you gotta bring cash. Don't pay those ATM fees. You're gonna need to tip your waitresses. Bring some cash. It's 2025. Some of the casinos you can put right on your credit card, but most of them are still a cash. All right, you can either touch the screen there to make your hold, or these buttons down here line up with the cards and you can hit the buttons. Either way. And you kind of live and die by those full houses. If you get a lot of full houses, you're gonna be winning. You see I'm up 1250 here. You don't get your full houses, you're probably gonna be losing. Here we got a high card and we have a pair. We're gonna hold the pair. Remember, in bonus poker, jacks are better, you always hold your pairs. And just like the pairs, you always hold your two pairs. Never break up a two pair in jacks are better bonus poker. Here we're holding our face card. All right, even over a pair, normally you would hold 4 to a flush. It's about a 1 in 5 shot of making that flush. Here though, we're gonna go for that royal flush. It's about a 1 in 1,000 shot here. Ooh, they dealt it right out to me. That's my favorite way to get it. All right, here's a tricky hand. We're just gonna hold these two. I don't have 2 to the royal flush. I don't have any 2 of those high cards suited. They're all 3 different suits, so I'm just gonna play the king and the queen. I'm gonna leave the ace out when we get only 3 high cards. All right, this doesn't happen very often. I can't make a straight flush with those 3 cards. There's no inside straight. I hold nothing here. All right, a long time ago, this used to be my favorite hold. You hold 2 to the royal flush over the 2 high cards, over just these 2. Go for the royal flush here. Here you go for the straight flush. All right, here you have an open-ended straight, meaning there's 2 cards you can make your straight, a 3 or an 8, but we are gonna go for the pair here. So you hold your pairs. All right, this is a little different than Jack 10 because there's a gap. So we are gonna hold the 2 face cards. right, this is a good hand. You got a high card, you got 3 to the straight flush, and you got 4 to an open-ended. Jacks are better, bonus poker, you play for that open-ended straight. That's why right there. All right, we've already talked about this one. Do you guys remember what to hold here? Do you remember Jack 10? All right, I've been waiting for this hand before we switch games. Now, I've spent this whole time telling you guys to hold your pairs, but this pair doesn't pay. It's below a jack, it's a 10. So we're gonna hold the 4 to the flush and go for the 1 in 5 chance it's gonna be a flush. All right, we're up 1875. We've had a couple beers, we enjoyed our free play. Man, that does it for me. But if that don't do it for you, if you need to either lose a bunch or win a bunch, if you need to lose 80 bucks or win 500, then you need to try some of these other games. So the next game to start after jacks are better and bonus poker is double bonus. And just like everything else, we're gonna hold our pair here.
Attention all the players, we have a field time 1-2 go for Nick G. Nick G, 1-2 go in.
Now the big difference with double is it pays these huge amounts here. You can win 500 bucks, but it does not pay double for 2 pair. It only pays even money. All right, so because you can win 500 bucks for 4 aces and a kicker is a small number, ace, 2, 3, or 4, you're gonna change the way you do things. So jacks are better, bonus poker, you hold ace jack. Here you're just gonna go for the aces. Aces are very valuable here. And as you can see, the money goes a little faster here. All right, just like jacks are better, you're gonna go for that open-ended straight, looking for a 7 or a queen. Remember, you just hold those aces, they're very valuable. Here you're gonna throw the 9 in there, go for a straight as well. here's a hand most people do not like playing, but it is the best play, even in jacks or better. All right, you go for your royal flush over the non-paying pair. Open-ended straight. All right, just like jacks are better, you go for your flush over your non-paying pair. Now, if you got any questions, put them in the comments. I will answer them daily. All right, here's a great example here for double-double bonus. So here you don't hold the two pair. You would normally hold the two pair, but when you have aces involved, you don't go for that full house anymore. Even though the full house here pays 50 coins, you still go for those aces. They're so valuable. And look, we even got a two. All right, normally you would hold two to the royal flush, but you pretty much never hold ace 10. I don't know any game that you ever hold ace 10. All right, let's say this was the hand we were dealt. The only difference between playing double bonus poker and triple double bonus poker is you hold the kicker. So if this was the hand we were dealt, we would also hold the two because it's a kicker. It's a small ace, 2, 3, or 4. So you hold the kicker on triple, you don't on double. Not open-ended, there's a gap, so that's why we hold the straight flush over the 9-10. Here we hold two to the royal, ace jack. The only time we wouldn't hold two to the royal is if it was ace 10. All right, well, this is the last hand I wanted to show you. This is an inside straight, so there's only one card you can get. You don't hold inside straights in jacks or better or bonus poker. You only hold inside straights in double bonus. So you go for that 5 to make the straight. If we were playing jacks or better or bonus poker, we wouldn't hold anything here. But as you can see, video poker is a great game. I've showed you all the hands I wanted to show you. We are only down like 12 bucks. We've had some beers, we've had some fun. Give it a try. Leave questions in the comments. Deuces, Johnny Extreme. Got it dealt straight. We're gonna drop it because we got 2 deuces. If we only had 1 deuce, we would hold on to it. Anything over a 5, we go for the straight flush. So 7, 8, 9. All right, remember, anything over a 5, you go for that straight flush. You hold 2 to the royal flush and Deuces Wild. Never a high card. Only if you got 2 to the royal, and never if it includes an ace. Alright, here's a little exception to the rule because we're going with 4 cards to the straight flush, not 3 cards. So if that 7 wasn't here, we wouldn't hold this, we just hold the deuce. But because the 7's involved, we got 4 cards to a straight flush, we are going to hold the deuce. No high cards here, we don't hold anything, throw it all away. Three to a royal over a pair here. Inside straights and deuces. So this game is kind of live and die by that royal flush with the deuce. You don't get that, it's pretty hard to win on.
Yeah, let me get